But let's talk about the elephant in the room, because with systems like that, the experience system, there will come cheaters and hackers and those sorts of people, people who try to cheat life itself. And this is the best part. If every company is using that system, or most companies, they will hire someone thinking they have a certain amount of skills, and it will turn out that that person can't do the job because they don't have the experience is false. It's lies. And I was thinking of various punishments that you could have for that. Anything from jail time for more serious ones, or just little labels that go next to your name when you are found and you are caught, like things like cheater, things like fraud, those sorts of labels. But those punishments don't seem severe enough, and that's why I measured it. You measure the severity of the crime, and that is where we decide what sort of label, or is it does it require jail time where people's lives in danger because you try to hack the system and you try to lie, where people, will there be jail time, or will it be a permanent label that goes next to your name of how you tried to cheat the system? Or maybe it will be a small one that says cheater and whatever, but it only lasts a certain amount of time until you've worked off that, until the company or the established system that many people have agreed on, that can be cleared from your name, and now your In Your Head Productions profile goes back to normal. It doesn't have that energy or that label with it. You sure talk a big game, Warren. But where are these features? Where are these magnificent things that you are speaking about? And my answer to that is, well, I'm just one man. There is only so much I can do when presenting this idea and developing it. It's like I said before, I approached Microsoft with this, with Google with this, Meta with this, and none of them have replied to me. Even Sony themselves, none of them have replied to me, not with a yes, not with a no. They've just practically left me here as one man with a diagram. And I'm doing my best to communicate how amazing this could be for the world. And I'm trying to share it with the world because I don't want to keep it to myself. Have I maybe thought of getting someone else to present this idea? Because let's face it, I am kind of dull. And the truth is, I have thought about it, but I haven't yet found someone who shares my passion or shares my vision for this company. And not only that, I'm working on an extremely tight budget. There's only so many tools I have, and if all I have is a low quality camera, a PVC sign, and myself to communicate this idea to the world and to share it with the world, then by golly, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to be persistent with it, and I'm going to continuously post, because I believe only through that consistency will the message finally get across to the people who can make this work. Does it bother me that at the time of this recording, I have approximately 0 followers? I mean, what a loser, am I right? Well, not actually, because it's a fresh account, so I wouldn't expect there to be a lot of followers at this point. I mean, it's only a few days old, but it is also an experiment that I'm performing to see if starting with a fresh account, having following 0 people, having 0 followers and 0 likes, starting from there, how long will it take an application like TikTok to get information as important as this to the public? And so far, I can report good results because there are at least several thousand views, which is pretty much the main goal of this. I want people to see this and I want it to be shared. but the likes to watch ratio is not very good. But on an application like TikTok, I'm not really concerned about that because people are scrolling so quickly through videos that they either forget or they don't want to, or they're just too lazy, which is fine. I mean, I'm guilty of the same thing. I do the same thing sometimes. So that number doesn't really affect me that much. As long as people are seeing it, seeing in your hit productions, that's what matters. But what about the criticism that you're going to face, which I'm pretty much ready for, because I know I'm pretty silly at times and stupid at times and a bit slow. But I'm more interested in hearing what the criticism of In Your Head Productions is, because I would find it hilarious if somebody called In Your Head Productions stupid. Like, that would just be funny to me. So yeah, I'm not really too concerned about critics and internet trolls. I mean, most of the things they're going to say aren't much worse than the things I've already said about myself or thought about myself while pondering the mysteries of this company. But the reason why I find calling this company stupid is when you think about it, like actually what it represents. Imagine calling something In Your Head Productions. Imagine calling that stupid. Like every thought you've ever had, everything that has come out of your mouth, everything, even your brain, like you're calling it stupid, like you've never had a genius thought in your life. It's kind of weird. The company sort of has a natural defense mechanism built in for that sort of thing. So I'm not worried about that either. But what about the tech giants that I mentioned, like the Googles, like the Microsoft, like the Meta, or even Nvidia? They all seem like they are light years ahead of In Your Head Productions in terms of the applications I'm speaking of. And I think about that from time to time, but at the same time, I realize that as well as a starting point, like where I am right now, as well as a starting point, this is also a finishing point, this studio template or this application template. It's very strange to describe, but there are certain limits and there are certain boundaries that no matter how advanced technology becomes, it cannot cross without the aid of In Your Head Productions. It's a certain algorithm, it's a certain way of thinking, it's a certain mindset. I mean, there is a certain timeless quality to it. I think we can agree on that. It feels like it can apply to various timelines, to various universes, to various dimensions even. It's one of the reasons why I said it's kind of like a finishing point as well. What do I mean by that? Like, imagine, God forbid, there's an apocalypse or there's a catastrophic disaster that leaves the world and technology is limited, the internet disappears, we go back to our primitive roots. It feels like in that cycle, this will have to happen again, and it will have to start from this basic foundation all over again, and it's going to have to be rediscovered. I mean, there are times where I thought, whoa, this company is actually evil. It's so powerful, like it might be bad. It was also at a time where I was watching Lord of the Rings, and I was like, oh, it's a ring of power. It needs to be destroyed. But then I realized, well, in the future, if I'm going through this now, in the future, somebody else is going to stumble across it, and it's just going to start all over again, and then we have to start from this point, but only in the future. So rather than that, I'd rather save the time, preserve it, that hopefully we can improve it and make it the best that it can be and beneficial to everyone involved. I mean, because it's not like one of those things where I'm trying to hold on to it and I'm trying to keep it to myself. I'm trying to share it with the world. I want everybody to experience the joy I felt with this company.